interrogative or interrogative to affirmative. So like that, vice versa, we can transform the sentences. So you can write down transformation of sentences. You can write down transformation of sentences. Okay. This is based mainly on tense only, because if you do not know tense, you cannot do this correctly. Transformation of sentences. Transformation of sentences. So for this transformation of sentences also, we need to have proper knowledge on tense. If we do not have, and the verbs too, you know that tense or verbs are very much related. So therefore we need to have very good knowledge regarding tense and also verbs. Without verbs, tense cannot be, that means we cannot denote the tenses without the verbs, and vice versa. So therefore, transformation of sentences, first of all, let us do some transformation from affirmative to negative. Affirmative to negative. Affirmative to negative. Affirmative to negative sentences. Affirmative sentences to negative sentences. You know that affirmative means where there is no, that means negation, no word of negation, and negative means there will be one word of negation, maybe not or no. Not or no. So negative means there will be some words of negation, that is negative words, not or no, but in affirmative there will be no word of that means indicating or denoting negation. So therefore affirmative to negative. Okay. So let me write down. Are you able to hear me, students? Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I audible? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So let me write down. I always go to work. I always go to work by car. So if this sentence, I always go to work by car, so this is an affirmative sentence. We can very clearly see, because there is no word of negation. I always go to, or no negative word, I always go to work by car. Now if we have to change this sentence into a negative sentence, so what we have to do, we need to add one no, not, but then we have to see that what is our main verb here. So what is the main verb?
Go.
I always go. Now if we want to change it into a negative sentence, so what we have to do, we have to find out that what will be the helping verb, what is the helping verb is hidden here. What is the helping verb hidden here? So in go, the helping verb hidden here is do. Remember students, to make a sentence negative or to make a sentence interrogative, that means a question, negative or an interrogative, an interrogative sentence. So whatever, for both the cases, we have to find out the hidden helping verb from the main verb. We have to find out the hidden helping verb from the main verb. Okay. So if the sentence, especially if the sentence is in simple present, if the sentence is in simple past, especially we have to find out if the sentence is in simple present or in simple past. So I hope you can understand that I always go to work by car. This sentence is in which tense? Can you tell me what which tense has been used in this sentence? I always go to work by
Present tense.
Okay, very good. I always go to work by car. So this is present indefinite tense. Now, if this is a present indefinite tense, so whenever it is present indefinite tense and the subject is third person singular number, then the case is different. If the subject is first person, here it is first person singular number, it may be first person plural number, it may be second person singular or plural number, it may be third person plural number, then the hidden verb will be do. Then the hidden verb will be do if it is in simple present tense. So whenever we will change the sentence into negative, what we have to do? I do not or I don't. We can write down the shorter form of this do not. This can be written as don't. This is called as, this one is called as anomalous verbs. So anomalous verbs can be written in shortened form. Anomalous verbs can be written in shortened form don't, aren't. So these are the anomalous verbs, remember, or irregular verbs also can be said. So these verbs, and especially many of the anomalous verbs can be written in squeezed form. So I don't, this is a squeezed form, you see, I do not, instead of I do not, we can write down I don't. Instead of do not, we can write down I don't. This is correct, I don't. So I don't then go. But before that, if you write down always, then it will be better. So I always don't go. I always don't go to work. This is together, okay? Don't. No space is there. I always don't go to work by car. I always don't go to work by car. Or in this sentence, you can use the opposite word of always also. The opposite word, this is one way of changing it into negative. I always go to work by car. Then another way of changing into negative by using the opposite word. Opposite word. So what will be the opposite word of always?
Never.
Never.
Never. So I never go to work by car. So another one will be, this one you just complete. I always don't go to work by car. I have not written, you write down. I always don't go to work by car. I have not written the complete sentence. You write down the complete sentence. Complete the sentence, all of you. I always don't go to work by car. Or you can write, I never. Then whatever is there, write down. I never go to work. I never go to work. I never go to work by car. So this is another way of changing into negative. This is another way of changing into negative by using this opposite word never. See, never is the opposite word. So I never go to, this one also means as the negative sentence. I never go to work by car. So this is affirmative, and you can use this one also. I always don't go to work by car. I always don't go to work by car is also completely correct, 100% correct. Okay. Then let me write down one more sentence. He, this one I hope all of you have written. So let me clear this page. So he lives with his parents. He lives with his parents. He lives with his parents. Okay. He lives with his parents. So can you change it into a negative sentence? What will be the
Yes,
negative
ma'am.
form of this sentence? Okay. So
He
can you tell me the
does not
answer?
live. He does not live
He,
with his parents. Live with his parents.
very good. He does not live. He does not live with his parents. He does not live with his parents. He does not live with his parents. So does, you see here from where this does came. Because the sentence is in simple present tense and here it is third person singular number. So there will be s or yes with the main verb, main form of the verb. So if it is s or yes with the main form of the verb, that means with the root verb. So therefore we have to understand that the helping verb hidden here is does. The helping hidden verb here is does. So therefore, whenever we shall change the sentence into negative or interrogative, whenever we shall change the sentence into negative or interrogative, we have to find out the hidden helping verb, and the hidden helping verb is does here. So therefore, we have to extract this verb does from the lives, from lives. Now, when lives, suppose lives equal to lives equal to live plus does. Lives equal to live plus does. Now, as you know that in your equations, in the chapter of equations, what you do? If you bring the right hand side part to left hand side, it becomes what? Here it is plus, it will become what?
Leave.
If you change the side, it will become what? This plus sign will become what? This plus sign, if you do here, it is equals to sign.
Minus.
It will become minus. Leaves minus does. Leaves minus does equal to what will remain here? What will be left here?
Leave.
What will we leave?
What will we leave? Therefore,
whenever you are minusing does from leaves or the any form of the verb with s or es, remember that only the root verb will remain left. That means in the main form. So therefore, if you write does here, don't write leaves here. That will be wrong one. If you write does here, don't write leaves here. Okay, leaves will become leaf. Leaves will become, sometimes these mistakes are made. That's why I'm that means cautioning you. I'm giving you the cautions that you have to be very much cautious in this case. If you, whenever you are making the sentence into negative, if you take the that means the helping verb does at the beginning of the sentence, just after the subject, then what you have to do, you have to remove this s or es from the main verb. So he does not live with his parents. You have to be very cautious. You have to be very careful while writing this main verb. Main verb has to be free from s or es now. Clear or not? Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
ma'am.
Do you like maths?
Yes,
Do
ma'am.
you like?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Maths is the most interesting subject, isn't it? Practice maths more and more. Maths and grammar. Okay, maths you practice more and more. The more you will practice, the more that means the expert you will become. So she works. She works in this office. She works in this office. So if you change it, what will be the answer? I hope all of you can answer this.
She
Still,
does not work in this office.
Okay, very good. She does not
Okay,
work
very good.
in
She
this
does not
office.
work in this office.
So you have to be careful
So you
while
have to be
writing
careful
what.
while writing what.
It was works here. So therefore, whenever we are taking out or extracting the helping verb, hidden helping verb from the main verb, so it will become the original form of the verb, that is the root form. You can mute your audio, students, otherwise my voice is echoing too much. Kindly mute your audios, otherwise my voice is echoing too much and it is disturbing for you too. Then he lived in London. He lived in London. So what will be the negative form of this sentence? He lived in
Of this
London.
sentence, he lived in London.
Leave London.
London.
He He did not live in London.
He did not.
Okay, very good.
He did not live in London.
Not in the London.
Not in the London.
Okay, most of you have answered
Okay,
correctly.
most
He
of you
did
have
not
answered
live in
correctly.
London.
He did not live in London.
Very good, students.
Very
So
good,
did
students.
because
So did because
since here it is past tense. Okay, very good. He lived, lived is in past tense, therefore we have to bring did. We have to extract the verb did from here. So he did not live and lived will become live. Lived will become live. Once the did has been extracted from the lived, from lived, so lived will become live. Remember this, he did not live in London. You have to be careful while writing the main verb. Don't repeat the same form of the verb, then it will be incorrect. Okay, then it will be wrong. The answer will be wrong. So you have to be careful while you are changing it into negative, and when you have already extracted did from live, so it will be he did not, lived will become live. Same as lives becomes live, same as in the same way it will be also did not live. Remember here the past form will not be used. Past form will not be used here. Only the root form will remain here. Because again if we go to the equation, what is the equation? Say live plus did equals to lived. Equals to lived. Now if we change the side, did if we bring to the right hand side, this is left hand side, this is right hand side of the equation. If we take something from the left hand side to the right hand side, it becomes what? Live equals c equals lived was there, lived,
Minus did.
yes, lived minus this plus will become minus because we are changing the side, minus did. So lived
Minus.
minus did. So equals, see the equation
see
properly.
the
All
equation
of you
properly. All of you
look at the equation. Live equals to lived minus did. That means if you are minusing did from lived, because whenever you are extracting did from lived, you are minusing did from lived. So therefore minusing lived from, did from lived, what will remain? Live will remain. Okay. Is it clear to all of you? Just like the
Yes,
equation
ma'am.
of the
just like the equation of
algebra.
the
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, just like equation of the algebra. You are doing the equations in the algebra. So therefore, let me write down. Can you see the screen, students? Are you
No,
able to see
ma'am.
the board?
No, ma'am.
Whiteboard? Okay, okay. Let
No,
me
ma'am.
Okay,
check.
okay, let me
Please give me a little time. Now, are you able to see the board?
No, ma'am.
Are you
Yes.
able to see the
no, ma'am. You able to see the
Whiteboard.
Yes, ma'am.
whiteboard. Yes, ma'am.
whiteboard only? Whiteboard only. Can
Whiteboard
you
only.
see or not?
Whiteboard only. Can you see or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Can you see?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I decided to prepare. I decided to prepare for the examination. I decided to prepare for the examination. I decided to prepare for the examination. Now, the change will be to negative. If we change it into negative, so it will
It
be
into negative, so it will be.
Did not decided to prepare for the examination.
very good.
Very good.
So have you written all of you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, why
Yes,
I did
ma'am.
not, I did not decide to prepare for the examination. I did not decide to prepare for the examination. So this is the negative. So we have done the negatives on simple present tense and simple past tense. So let me write down. These are very simple. See, I am doing the work now. I am doing the work now. Can you tell me, students, in which tense the sentence is I am doing the work now?
Present
I am
continuous
doing the
tense.
work.
Present continuous tense.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Present
Continuous tense.
continuous tense. Okay, now present continuous tense. Whenever it is present continuous tense, so how can we change it into negative? I am doing the work now. It will be.
I
It will
am
be.
not doing the work now.
Yes. I am not. I am not. Then whatever is there, just write down that I am not doing the work now. I am not doing the work now. So whenever it is a continuous tense, it's easy to change. Only to put, you have to put the not just in between the helping verb and the continuous form of the verb. Okay, just in between. See,
Just in
if you
between
put
C
not
and
here, if you put not here, this helping verb and the continuous form of the verb, that means ing form. So I am only putting not here. So in between, whatever it may be, suppose I have been doing, so I have not been doing. I have been doing, then it will be I have not been doing. Okay. So like that, just putting not, we can change the sentence into negative. Then let me write down one more sentence. I have done this. I have done this. So what will be the change?
I have not done this.
Yes. So we can
yes, so
we can
we
write
can
down
write the have not done this.
in squished form
In
also. I
switched
haven't
form also,
done this.
I haven't done this.
I have not also is
I
correct. Or
have not
squished
also
form
is
is correct.
correct. Or
I have
switched
not
form
done
is
this.
correct. I have not done this.
Okay. Is it clear to all of you?
Okay, is it clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
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 He goes to temple every day. Now, not negative. You have to change it into interrogative. Okay. Let us change it into interrogative. He goes to temple every day. If we change it into interrogative, that means yes, no question. Interrogative means here yes, no question, not using the WH word. I am not asking you to use the WH word, only making use yes, no question. Or interrogative, if you are only asked, if you are asked to change it into an interrogative sentence, so remember that you have
Remember
to
that
make it a
you have to
yes,
make it
no
a
question only.
yes, no question only.
You have
Does
to make
he
it a
go
You
yes,
have
no
to make it a yes, no question.
Does he go to
Does
temple
he go to temple every day?
Okay, very good. Does he go
Okay,
to
very
temple
good.
every
Does
day?
he go to temple every day?
Then what you have to do?
Then what
Is
do you have to
required?
do? What is required?
Punctuation mark will be
Punctuation mark.
question mark. Okay. Yes. Does he go to temple every day? Is there any confusion, any of you? All of you
No,
can
ma'am.
do this or
No,
not?
ma'am. Ma'am.
Okay, because goes is there,
No,
we
ma'am.
have to extract does. Yes, we have to extract does from goes. So does he go to temple every day? Okay. And in case of voice changes also, you have practiced it a lot. He went to Kolkata last month. He went to Kolkata last month. He went to Kolkata last month. So if we change it into an interrogative sentence, then what will be the question? If you are asked to change the sentence into interrogative,
The sentence into interrogative.
Did he
Did he
go to
month.
Did he go to Kolkata last month?
Last month.
Yes,
Did
very
he
good.
go to Kolkata?
Yes, did he go to Kolkata last month? Question mark, okay? Did he go to Kolkata last month? Because went is there. So from went, whenever we are extracting did verb at the beginning of the subject, we know that whenever we are making the question, we need to bring the helping verb before the subject. The sentence should start with a helping verb. That means with the helping verb, appropriate helping verb. So the appropriate helping verb is here did because went is there. If it is an interrogative sentence, and also yes no question, especially yes no question, so the sentence will start with helping verb. So the helping verb in this case, in this sentence, case of this sentence, he went equals to went comes from go plus did. Went comes from go plus did. So went minus did, what will remain? Go. Went minus did will remain go. Okay, just like the simple equation. So if we do the equation, it's very clear to us. Isn't it clear to all of you? Is it clear or not? Okay, so
Yes, ma'am.
remember, whenever you are why I am that means alerting you again and again, I want to that means that means tell you that whenever you are bringing the helping verb at the beginning of the sentence for making it an interrogative sentence, remember that the main verb, from the main verb, the went is the verb here, main verb in past form, and whenever we are bringing the did verb at the beginning, it will become the only the main form of the verb will remain in the next part of the sentence. So did he go to Kolkata last month? Okay, the went will become go. It's the equation we can see from here. Went equal to go plus did. Did, if we change the side, went minus did equals to go. Went minus did equals to O. So why minus? Because we have already written did here. So therefore went will become go. Only this one you have to be very careful. Otherwise, I know that all of you are expert. Sorry, you are a good singer. You are a good singer. Sorry, full stop. You are a good singer. So what will be the interrogative form?
Are you a good singer?
Yes. Are you a good singer? Very
Are you
good.
a
Are
good
you a good singer? Then question mark. Okay. Then question mark. You are a good singer. Are you a good singer? Then question mark. So whenever this be verb will be there, whenever be verb is there, just bring the that form of the be verb before the subject. You are a good singer. It will come before the subject. So are you a good singer? Are you a good singer? Then next, they play football every day. They play football every day. They play football every day. So what will be the change? Into
Do they play
into
football every day?
very good.
Do they
Do
play football every day?
they play football? Do they play football every day? So I hope up to this much is clear to all of you.
Yes,
Then
ma'am.
if you are that is a correct form of tenses. Let's practice a little bit correct form of tenses, okay? Or correct form of verbs. Correct form of verbs. Only a few sentences we shall practice. correct form of verbs. He dash come from market just. So what will be the correct form
So
of
what
verb?
will be the correct form of verb? We
Come from market just.
come from market just.
What will be the correct form?
What will be the correct form?
Market.
From
Many
market.
of you have raised your
Okay,
hand.
many of you have raised your hands.
Your voice is not clear,
Your
students.
voice is not clear, students.
Ma'am, he has
When
came.
he has came,
Ma'am, he has come.
when he has come from market.
He has come from the market just.
From the market just.
Have you written the sentence?
Have you written the sentence?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you written the sentence?
Have you written the sentence, ma'am?
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yes,
he
ma'am.
has come.
He has come.
Ma'am, your
Now
voice is
you,
Can you voice is clear?
you,
Yes.
all of
You,
you mute your
Ma'am,
audio.
your
all of
voice
you
is
need
not clear.
your voice is not clear.
Mute your audios, all of you, please. So now I think you can hear me. Mute your audios, all of you, because all of your network may be not going on in the same speed. That's why this problem. See, he has come from market just. Now we have to which verb or which tense we have to use. Now how we can understand? From the time. Tense means time. From the time mentioned in the sentence, we can find out which verb have
Ma'am,
which form of verb has to be used. Yes, present perfect. Why? Because this is just. See the word just. Whenever just is there, that means the work has been completed just before a minute or so. Just before a minute or 5 minutes, that means not too long ago. Not too long ago, not too much before. It has been completed before a few minutes. Okay, so therefore, whenever you see the word just if you see the word just in the sentence, blindly without, that means closing your eyes, you can use present perfect tense. He has come from market just. He has come from market just. So therefore, reading the sentence, read the sentence well and find out which time is mentioned in the sentence. What is the time mentioned? So you have to see particularly the time mentioned, or you have to understand if the time is not mentioned also, you have to understand that what may be the time, and accordingly, time is the tense only, and accordingly we have to use the form of the verbs. Accordingly we shall use the form of the verbs. Okay, accordingly we have to use the form of the verbs. So I hope all of you have written this sentence. So let me
Yes,
write
ma'am.
down,
Yes, ma'am.
let me write down one more sentence. Don't disturb the baby because it is
It is
sleep.
sleep.
Don't disturb the baby because it is sleep. Now what will be the correct form of verb here? You have to change this one. You have to I have written is only, so that was my mistake. Actually, it should be, the question should be, this is my mistake. The question should be eat, sleep. Okay. So it will be, what will be the answer? I have already, half of the answer I have already told you by mistake.
It is sleeping.
Yes, because it is sleeping. So it will be present continuous tense. It is present continuous tense. Now, how we have understood? Don't disturb the baby. That means now don't disturb the baby. Now don't disturb the baby because what? Because what is its activity now at this present moment? What it is doing? It is
He
sleeping. It is sleeping. Yes, so it is present continuous tense. It is present continuous tense. Okay. Then next, let me write down. When I went to their house, when I went to their house, comma, they dash play in the garden. Play in the garden. So see students, when I went to their house, which tense it is? When I went to their house, which tense it is? When I went to their
When
house, only
I
this
went
part.
to their house, only this part is
Past indefinite
past indefinite.
Very good. Past indefinite tense. Now the next part. So this with this past indefinite tense, the point of time has become particular. In the past, the point of time has become particular. Therefore, at that moment, what they were
in
doing.
the garden.
Very good.
Very good.
They were playing.
They were playing.
They were playing.
They were
So
playing.
answer will be
So answer will be
were playing.
were playing.
That means this part.
That means
Since
this
this part is now again you please mute your audio students kindly. So this part, when I went to their house, since this part is simple past tense, and with this simple past tense the point of time has become particular. The point of time, which time? When I went to their house. And at that time, at that point of time, what they were doing? They were playing in the garden. At that time, and so, what is past continuous tense? In the past, at a particular moment, any incident or any happenings which was going on. So, therefore, what was going on? They were playing in the garden. Therefore, here we have to use past continuous tense. When I went to their house, they were playing in the garden. So, with this, let us conclude the class. Thank you, students, for attending the classes so sincerely. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Let me conclude
Thank
today's
you,
class.
ma'am.
Thank you so much.
thank you so